All right, boys, we are back, and it's time for our AHL playoffs. That's right. Our NHL team didn't make it, but that's all right. Our AHL team did, and I'm gonna send our whole team, basically our whole team down. So I'm quickly gonna do this in the background. Um, and I didn't know that you could actually send down one-way contracts during the playoffs, which is great. So we can get Bernier even more experience, and I'm just basically gonna send down. I'm gonna send down our whole freaking team here. Why not? Let's just win the AHL Calder Cup and get our rookies all the experience that they can get. So while I'm doing this, actually I really can't because multitasking is hard. Give me a second here, boys. I'm just gonna quickly do this. I wish there was a button that you could just quickly press and it like flips it all for you, but what are you gonna do? Ekman Larson. Oh, look, you see what I mean? Taking a while. Yep. Full. Ekman Larson, Lee. Yep, that's good there. Right wingers now. We'll send up these guys. This guy. Bergforce, Connolly. Oh, Connolly can only be sent down back to the juniors. All right, we'll send Connolly down to the juniors. And actually, we'll bring Shannon down too. 79. He could be good for our AHL team, you know what I'm saying? Shannon, left wingers. Gauthier, Palat, Hutchings. No, can't bring him down. Whoop. Perron, Malone, Schwartz, Hutchings, Wallace, Schwartz. There you go. And centers, last but not least, the centers, Kalinske, Johnson. God, takes forever. Johnson, Smith, Terrell, and Pyatt. All right, and then we'll just make sure that this team is clean. And looks like it. All skaters. Picard. No, we don't need you. Pitois. No, we don't need. Okay, so we're good. Let's edit our lines now for our AHL team. There we go. Norfolk, Stamkos, Perron, Malone, LeCavalier. Bring up Schwartz to the first line with Stamkos and Perron. Borkin, you can come up as well. I'm not going to do all the lines here. I'm just going to do the main 5v5 lines. Ekman, Larson, Hedman, Lee and Shattenkirk, and then goaltenders, Bernier. All right, perfect. Perfect. So, let's see if we can win the Calder Cup here. Come on, boys. We don't have to win it. I mean, anything can happen. Just because we have the best team now doesn't mean we're going to win. It's still a simulation. But let's get to at least the third round. Let's get as much experience as we can, all right? I'm not going to do the slow simulation. I'll just simulate all the way to the end here. And we start off with a shutout. Way to go, Bernier. Get those shutouts. All right. Yeah, we're a good team. AHL-wise, we're a good team. There's a loss. Don't worry about it. Schwartz has been injured. Oh, yeah, injuries are back on. That's all right. As long as nobody gets injured for like 10 months. If I see like Steven Stamkos ACL or torn ACL for 9 months or whatever, that's going to suck. I've never seen an injury that really goes that long. Jaden Schwartz, I forget the longest, like 2 or 3 months has been the longest that I've ever seen. Back-to-back shutouts. Oh, back-to-back shutouts. Way to go, Bernier. That's a lot of experience for him, man. Continue. Come on. All right, so we made it to the third round. Oh, I shouldn't have said oh no, I jinxed them. Yeah, and we lose in 5 games. Whatever. I jinxed them by saying just make it to the third round. I should have asked for more. That's all right, though. You know what? I don't really care about the scout anymore. We're so close to the draft. It doesn't really matter. OHL, why not? All right, so we didn't win the Calder Cup. That's all right, though, boys. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Norfolk, Commodore. Best lines. Yeah. All right, so let's do the season wrap-up, the awards. We'll look at the playoff tree. We'll look at the retirements. And your San Jose Sharks, oh, my God, they win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, right. They got beaten 5 games this year. Then they won the Stanley Cup. I don't know. Let me go past the retirements here. I want to see if Martin St. Louis retired. If he retired, that's a horrible trade for St. Louis. If he didn't retire, it's not that bad. They're getting another year out of it. But if he retired, it's a horrible trade. Let's see. St. Louis. Oh, no, he didn't retire, so they get him for 1 more year at least. So it was a good trade for both of us kind of thing. Because they're ready for the playoffs, and they have another 88, 89 playmaker. It was a good trade for both parties there. All right, goaltenders, looks like that. All right, Broder's gone. All right, so New Jersey doesn't have a goalie. All right. Prospect game, yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's enough of that. let us check out the awards and the playoff tree and all that good stuff, and then we can do the draft in the next video. San Jose Sharks are Stanley Cup champions. President's Trophy, Buffalo Sabres. Clarence S. Campbell, San Jose Sharks. Prince of Wales, Boston Bruins. Art Ross, Pavel Datsyuk. Yep. Hart Memorial, Pavel Datsyuk. Yep. James Norris, Christian Ehrhoff. Lady Bang, Pavel Datsyuk. My goodness, he's taking home hardware. Calder Memorial, The Nuge. Conn Smythe, Niemi. Vesna, Yaroslav Halak. Jennings, Halak. Masterton, Robin Regier. Frank J. Selke, Pavel Datsyuk. He took home 4 awards, man. Holy crap. Ted Lindsay, Gino Malkin, Maurice Richard, Sidney Crosby. All right, looking very nice. Looking very nice. My goodness, Pavel Datsyuk, man. Unbelievable, unstoppable. So this is what the Western Conference looked like. Nothing what it looks like in the West this year, man. The playoffs are all messed up this year. Chicago, Detroit, San Jose, all out in the first round. Unbelievable. And in the East, Montreal versus Boston in the final. Oh, and it went to 7. That would be a great series, man. That would be. Those guys are definitely rivals. But the San Jose Sharks beat Boston in 4 games. So Boston back to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years in a row. But they get swept in the second year by the San Jose Sharks. So finally, the San Jose Sharks win the Stanley Cup. All right, very nice, very nice, very nice. So what we'll do before we start the draft, we got to figure out what we want to do in the draft here, okay? So before we do the draft, we'll do the pre-draft in this video, and then the next video we'll do the whole draft, all right? Because we have a lot of things to do. First, I want to figure out what draft pick we have. I wish that I could see the draft pick in the draft and then look at the players again, but you can't. Once you're in the draft, you can't look at the players anymore. So where are we? Wait. I'm in the Western, my bad. We are 18th in the league. So from the bottom, we're 12 picks. So we probably have the 12th or 13th overall pick, all right? So we're not top 10. So that's good to know. So let's go to the scouting report and see which players are in that range and see if we have to move up at all. Because if we can get a good player, I don't want to move up in the draft, all right? So it's saying Nail Yakupov's going number 1. Nail Yakupov would be a great player for our team because I need that left wing playmaker alongside of Stamkos. But it's not like Columbus where we earned that first overall pick. If I'm going to have to trade up for Yakupov, it's going to have to be a first-round pick this year, 2 second-round picks and 2 third-round picks, or 2 first-round picks and a second. Like, it's a steep price to pay. And I'm not willing to do that with Tampa Bay. We're building for depth here. We're on a 10-year plan. We can slowly build. We kept LeCavalier and Malone, okay? So Yakupov is a no-no. Grigorenko, I didn't want a sniper anyways, and he's the same thing as Yakupov. It's too much to trade for. Dumba, Dunik, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And when I edited the prospects this time, boys, I did it more in depth, like the top 20. So you got guys like Ryan Murray who are down here. They're not studs anymore. Galchenyuk, who's in the top 10. Cody Ceci, there's our timer. Cody Ceci, who's down here. Morgan Riley, who's down here. All right, you got a lot of different players all over the place this time. Okay, and they're not going to be studs in year 2. Like, Yakupov's not going to be ready by year 2. Okay, he may be on a crappy team, but I toned it down just a little bit. So it's a more, not realistic, but just even draft. Goaltenders, where's Malcolm Subban? Okay, so Malcolm Subban, he's even projected to go maybe even in the second round. All right, so if we're going to get the 10th or 13th overall pick, who can we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. So it's looking like we can maybe get guys like Cody Ceci, Tony Kallela, Morgan Riley, Michael Curtis, Brett Finley. All right. So out of these players, it's looking like Cody Ceci, Kallela, Riley, and I don't want another center sniper. So these 3 players. Maybe I can get Franco if he doesn't get taken, but these 3 players, Ceci, Kallela, and Riley. And Kallela is the only freaking forward for us. He's a right-wing playmaker, which kind of fits in, but I don't know if this guy's going to be good or not. This is not one of the players that I edited. Okay, so that's good to know. That's good to know. Even if we don't move up in the pick, we're going to get a good player in Riley, Ceci, and Kallela. Even if I draft another defenseman, we can maybe trade him away for a forward later down the line, okay? But if I'm going to sort it by forwards here, I can't get Yakupov, can't get Grigorenko. Tremaine, he's a left wing two-way forward. He's only 17 years old, though. That's kind of young. Not to say that he wouldn't get good, but we're ready to be a playoff team in the next 2 or 3 years, right? I'm holding on to Cavalier and Malone. I'm looking for more of a 19, 20-year-old guy. This guy would probably be in the 60s. I'm not saying his potential wouldn't be there, but he'd be like 66 overall or something like that. I'm not looking for a player like that. Galchenyuk, though, he's in the top 10. He's an 18-year-old playmaker. I think he'd be better than Tremaine. He wouldn't be ready to go for the first 2 years, but what I'm thinking about Galchenyuk is, remember how I said I wouldn't mind trying Stamkos on the wing for a season and see how many points he gets? And if it works out, imagine that, Stamkos on the left, and then we have our new center playmaker in Alex Galchenyuk. If he develops well, he's only 2 years younger than Stamkos, so the age profile is there. Now, if that doesn't work out, we can leave Stamkos on the first line center, and then when Le Cavalier moves on, either when he retires or when he trade him, Alex Galchenyuk could be our second line center, all right? So I think Galchenyuk is the best option because he can fit into the first line if he works out to be like that, or if he's just above average like a Perron, then he can be on our second line center, all right? So I think I want to move up for Alex Galchenyuk. Now, where is he projected to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Alex Galchenyuk is projected to go 10th overall, boys, all right? So it looks like we have the 12th or 13th overall pick, and we're going to have to move up 2 spaces. So we're going to end this video here because I have a lot of trade negotiations to do, but I'm going to upload these videos back to back, so they're both going to be there, don't worry. And in the next video, we're going to take care of the draft, and we're going to re-sign all the players, and then we'll end it so you guys can see all the free agents, and we'll go from there, all right? So Alex Galchenyuk, we're going to try to move up in the draft, and that's up next.